17 triple-double despite shooting just 5 for 21 from the field. But this wasn't a pretty win for Cleveland. They struggled to beat a Mavericks team that's sitting 30 games under 500. After the win, LeBron spoke about the team's playoff outlook. Take a listen.
You know, when it comes down to the postseason, you know, we can be pretty good. I mean, I think so, but I mean, we don't know. I mean, listen, we lost our starting point guard last game. You know, so you know, we're trying to get everybody acclimated. Our head coach is you know, still out, and that's going to take a little time to get back as well. So, I mean, I don't know what we're capable of doing. We haven't played a playoff game together. We got, you know, 4 guys from our championship team. You know, myself, JR, Tristan, and Kev. We got some playoff experience, but yeah, I mean, you don't know. It's a new season, so we see what happens.
It is a new season, and we've talked about what expectations are for them in the regular season. I'm curious where you think they can go in the postseason.
I think the reasonable and fair expectations for the Cleveland Cavaliers should be the same they are for every team that has LeBron James, basically in a year. Be in the finals and see what happens. Now, taking this team to the finals will be the best job he will have had to do, given the competition in the East this year and given who is on his roster, of any finals trip since 2007.
Yes.
The miraculous one. Like,
yeah,
this is the worst supporting cast he's had since he went to Miami, so over these last 8 years. There's no question about it. Which is why, by the way, you guys know I believe James Harden's your league MVP. I think James Harden should be a near unanimous league MVP. But the Cavs might go 51-31 this year. They went 51-31 last year. That is a testament to what LeBron has done throughout the season. With all the injuries, with the Kyrie trade, with the IT trade being a total disaster, they still have not played one full game with the lineup they hope to have come the first game of the playoffs. And they might finish with the same record they finished with last year. That's a testament to LeBron. But what are my expectations? My expectations are they will get through the East. My expectations are they will not face an elimination game on their way to getting through the East. I don't think they'll play a Game 7. They haven't played a Game 7 there since he came back. And then in the West, they will be decided underdogs against Houston or Golden State, and we'll see what happens. Those are my expectations for this team. And to be fair, as long as LeBron James were healthy and playing like this, and he wasn't good yesterday, but the way he's been playing, those would be my expectations almost no matter who else was on the roster.
Seeing J.R. Smith play a couple games well, seeing Jordan Clarkson, to me, he's had the best transition of all the players that they traded for. He realized what his role is. He's a bench player. He only play about 20, 25 minutes a game and come in and get buckets. Now, can he do that in the postseason? Because I believe once they get their full complement of players, because Nance, he's a role player. He's an energy defense guy, rim run, and alley-oop guy. Rodney Hood, he's a knockdown shooter. I believe that these players, they're role players. Because LeBron will set the stage for them. But I believe going into the playoffs, the overall health is more important. And also these other players playing together in J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith brings them a different type of energy. I mean, he's like one of those kind of guys that, man, when he shows up, things just seem to get better. The jokes are a little bit funnier. The water's a little bit cooler. It's just one of those types of things that his emotion and everything is on his face. Like, if he's happy, it goes to the team. If he's not, I believe it drags the team down. So I believe that we need to watch these other players because they will dictate how this goes and what the expectations. Because for me, Cleveland should be in the finals. But it's not based on LeBron. It's based on all those other 11 players.
I was going to actually ask you the opposite. I was going to say, is it really just about what LeBron and Kevin Love do, and whoever you end up, when you talk about a full complement of players, whoever you end up plucking, as long as those two guys are playing a pretty solid game, they can get through any series?
For me, in the East, yes. I understand why Chris would feel differently, but for me, what we know is, I understand people feel the gap is closed, but people need to remind themselves how big the gap was. Each of the last 2 years, the Cavs have started the Eastern Conference playoffs winning 10 consecutive games. Each of the last 2 years, they've swept round 1, they've swept round 2, they've started round 3 up 2-0.
And also in those years, too, they had the 2 best players in the Eastern Conference, in Kyrie and LeBron. Now, so that's when they... Yes.
I understand that, but we also saw them sweep, say, the Eastern Conference Finals 3 years ago when Kyrie barely played in that series, and that was a 60-win Hawks team. Listen, I might end up looking crazy about this. The Cavs might struggle. They might look the way they were terrible yesterday. They only won the game by 11 points because Dallas is not trying to win games in the fourth quarter. Like Dallas puts out absurd lineups because they're trying to tank in the fourth quarter. Like maybe the Cavs will just continue looking like this. Or I just remember last year everyone was so worried about their defense. 29th in the league post All-Star break. Then they sweep round 1, they sweep round 2, and they damn near sweep round 3. Like I don't think they'll sweep through.
They could have gotten swept in the finals too, though.
They could have gotten. We're not talking about the finals now. My expectations for the finals are a very different set of circumstances. I'm talking about getting to the finals.
Yeah, that finals. Let's turn the car. Let's turn the.
I like it. I said, what do you think? Well, I say get to the finals and see what happens.
You'll have the best player on the court in the NBA finals. See what you can do.
It's analysis. Coming up, is there trouble brewing with the New England Patriots? Next on First Things First. What?